Ezra, you're such a good sister. I mean, I know Austin's not really your brother, but you're as good as. So I'm really happy that you took the time and like even devised this list for his new beau. So your question to me was, if I had a friend or my sister, for instance, who has a new significant other, what questions would I provide on a quiz or a test that I would give them? I think number one on my list would be, what are your motives? Like, not that it's a bad thing that you want to date my friend or my sister or, whatever, but if it's for, I want to make sure, like, it's something that they're serious about, not like, oh, I was bored, so I decided to ask him or her out. So I'd want to make sure that it was actually, their intent was to go somewhere, I guess, in a relationship. Not that every relationship is gonna go somewhere, but it would be nice to know that it's, you know what I mean, like, you're not wasting your time, if that's what you're looking, I don't know, unless you're just looking for a good time. Anyway, so that would be on my list, but then I'd also ask things about, like, Harry Potter and Sherlock and, like, make sure, and Doctor Who, they have to at least know what those things are, if not get the references, because I'm going to be using those all over the place, so even if my friends and my sister won't, I'm going to be around, so what else would I ask? I'd make sure they weren't allergic to pets, just because pets are amazing. Why wouldn't you want to have them? You better not be allergic to them. What else would I ask? Oh gosh. I'd ask what kind of culture they're into, like, of course I want to make sure they're not, like, racist or misogynistic or anything like that, but, aside from that, like, do they enjoy theater? What kind of music do they like to listen to? I'm sorry, but I can't approve of anyone, like, I can't approve of dubstep that much. There's a few very small percentage, but for the most part I'm not a fan, and if they're like all over the place just like trying to like make dubstep with their voice going like blah blah blah, I'm like no, like I won't accept that. I will not let my friend and or sister date this person. I think I'd have to make sure they're a little bit, I think I'm like thinking of what I'd want in a boyfriend, so, and then I'm like projecting it on other people, so I would want to make sure they're not too uptight, like make sure their values align with my friend and or sister's values, just because I think it's a really good way to break up if it doesn't work out, if there's like some kind of disconnect between those things, because obviously you're on two different lines of thinking, trains of thought. Yeah. But I'm a lot more serious than you are. Oh my gosh. I think I'm the boring person on this channel. Oh no. But yeah, I think that's basically what would be on my list. Just make sure they're not intending to hurt my friend and or sister, and make sure they're not going to take advantage of them. Make sure they're respectful people who enjoy culture of some kind is my main deal. And then, of course, get all the popular references. So that's pretty much what I'd ask. Make sure they knew. Yeah. Okay, so my question for you, there's kind of a backstory, but not really. So it was my psychology day, so I had my lecture in my lab today, and in my lecture, we kind of sort of got talking about, like, abnormal psychology, and, like, we haven't really gotten into it, but we got kind of delved into how mental disorders are diagnosed, so, like, the various axes 1 through 5, and I just learned this, so I'm really, really wobbly in my knowledge. But yeah, it's basically what they use to diagnose you with, like, personality disorders and eating disorders and other mood disorders and things like that. So one of the questions my professor asked was, are you guys like diagnosing yourself? So I'm wondering, I know you've taken psychology of a couple kinds, I'm pretty sure. So I'm wondering, have you ever like been looking at research or like doing a project and you start diagnosing yourself, thinking, oh my gosh, I have all of these disorders? So, I know we were talking about like introversion. I'm like, God, I'm such a horrible introvert, but that's not a bad thing. And in my lecture, it was kind of sounding like a bad thing, sort of. But I'm trying to think, like, what did I identify as? I don't know. I got really worried when she was talking about like eating disorders and self-efficacy, which is what was self-efficacy? That was, I don't have an eating disorder, but like I have struggled in the past with body image before. So I was kind of like really nervous about like, would she go into this? Is this considered an eating disorder? Even if I haven't like taken action about what I look like. Obviously not today because I didn't even bother to put contacts in. And yeah. Plus I get to wear pants. I don't have to go to work today. Yay! But yeah. So I'm wondering, have you ever like self-diagnosed yourself, whether it was correct or not? I really want to know what self-efficacy is now. I think that was like your, like the way you view yourself based in how your childhood was or something like that. Like if you were given love unconditionally, or if you only got love at specific times in your life. So I think that's what that was. I could be wrong. Do not quote me. Do not like use me for your psychology exams or anything like that. But yeah, let me know if you've self-diagnosed before and like what you thought and what you diagnosed yourself as. I've done way too much rambling today. I'm going to go work on theology now and like maybe watch Netflix and or go read at the gym or something like that. Because I can. I have all this free time. It's wonderful. Alright.